Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kati and thank you so much for stopping by. So on today's video, I'll be showing you how to draft a beginner friendly corset top, and if it's something that you're interested about, then you definitely need to keep on watching. Take it from me. Talk all day, then at night, falling deep. So guys, this is our starting line and it's also our shoulder line, and we're going to take all our vertical measurements from this line. So from our shoulder line, we're going to come down by your bust measurement. As for me, it's 10 inches. Then your under bust measurements, as for me, it's 13 inches. And lastly, your half length measurements, as for me, it's 16 inches. Then I'm going to draw straight lines across. So from the bust line, I'm going to come up by 2 inches, then I'll mark the point and draw a straight line across, and this will act as my chest line. So we're going to draw our neckline, and from the shoulder we're going to come out by 3 inches. We're also going to come down by 3 inches. Then we're going to use our curved ruler to connect the 2 points together to form our neckline. On the same shoulder line, we're going to come out by half our shoulder measurement, which for me is 7.5 inches. Then on the marked point, we're going to come down by 1 inch. Then we're going to connect the points to meet our neckline, and that is going to act as our shoulder slant. Now we're going to connect our shoulders line to meet our chest line. To get our armhole curve, we're going to take our bust circumference divided by 4. Then we're going to mark the point. Then on this line, we're going to divide it into 2 equal halves. And from the point where we have the midpoint, we're going to come in by half an inch. Then afterwards, we're going to connect the 3 points together, and that will become our armhole curve. So this is something like your basic bodice pattern, and we're going to use it as a guide to draft our corset. And if you don't know how to draft your basic bodice pattern, I already have a detailed tutorial on how to draft your basic bodice pattern on my channel, so kindly go check it out before embarking on this one. So the next thing we're going to do is to take our nipple to nipple measurements divided by 2. That is half our nipple to nipple measurement. So I'm going to mark the measurements on our waistline, then on our underbust, then on our bust line, and on our chest line. Then I'm going to draw a straight line to connect the 4 points together. As you can see, I extended the line above our chest line, and that's because our cups are going to be above our chest line. So the next thing we're going to do is to measure the distance between your bust line and your under bust line. As for me, I have 3 inches. Then I'm going to mark the 3 inches all round until I come back to the same point that we started drawing the 3 inches. Just look closely if you don't understand what I'm saying and see what I'm doing. So I'll go ahead and draw a very smooth circle. Then afterwards, I'm going to use a marker to make the circle visible. So this is what we have after drawing our circle, and this is going to act as a guide to draft our cups for the corset. So the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to use a different marker to take our dart intake, and from this point we're going to come out by 1 inch on both sides. Then we're going to do the same on our underbust line. We'll come out by 1 inch on both sides. Then we're going to connect the points together in straight lines. And on our underbust line we're going to come down by 1/2 inch. Then from the 1/2 inch we're going to draw smooth curves to meet our dart legs. Plenty so far baby face just to make sure money day. But my people then go say I know one die, I know one die, I know one time. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house. On the same underbust line we're going to come up by 1/2 inch. Then the same thing we did on our waistline, we came out by 1 inch from both sides. On this upper part we're also going to come out by 1 inch on both sides. Then we're going to connect the points in smooth curves to meet this 1/2 inch that we came out from our underbust line. So the next thing we're going to do is to determine how deep you want your neckline to be. So you can choose to maintain it on the chest line, or you can choose to come down by 1/2 inch or 1 inch. It totally depends on you. As for me, I'm going to come down by 1/2 inch. So I'll mark the point, and from that 1/2 inch that I marked, I'll go in by 0.75. So this is the distance between our two cups because the cups are not close together. So I'll mark that, then I'm going to connect the 2 points in a straight line. Then from this point I'm going to connect it to meet the dart leg, like you can see me doing. Then I'm going to connect that point to meet this other point. So we're going to work on this other side of the cup, and as you know, our bust is usually fuller towards the side. So because of that, we're going to come out from our underbust line, we're going to come out by 1 inch. Then on our chest line we're going to come down by 1/2 inch. Then we're going to join these 2 points together in a straight line. Then from the 1/2 inch that we came down, we are going to connect it to meet this dart leg, as you can see me doing. Just look closely and see what I'm doing, because you'll understand it better. Then afterwards you're going to join these 2 points together. And that will be basically it for our cups. Now I'm going to extend this 1/2 inch point towards my armhole, and this will be my new chest line. As you can see, we are almost done with the drafting of our corset, and the only thing we are left with is to insert our body measurements, and that will be it. So I'll take my bust measurements divided by 4. Then I'm going to place whatever measurement I have there. And sorry guys, I did not know that I wasn't capturing what I was doing, but just listen to what I'm saying and you'll definitely understand. So I'm going to place my bust measurements divided by 4, then marking the points. Then I'll measure the in between the darts, then I'm going to replace it. Then I'll add 1.5 inches seam allowance. Then on our waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurements divided by 4. Then I'll measure the dart we have 2 inches and replace it. Then I'm going to add 1.5 for stitching allowance. Then I'm going to connect the 2 points together. That's the point from the bust line and the waistline. So we're going to label our caps, and this will be the center front CF, and it will be 1, and the other side will be the side front, and it will be 2. We're going to do the same on this side, center front and side front. Now we're basically done drafting our front part of the corset, and we're going to cut this out, then use it to cut out our back pattern. So this is what we have after cutting our front pattern. Now we're going to bring a clean paper that we'll use to cut our back pattern, and from the edge we're going to come out by 2 inches. Then we're going to draw a straight line, and this is going to act as our zipper allowance. So guys, this is optional, you don't have to have your zipper on your corset, but because this tutorial is beginner friendly, we're going to use zipper. Now I'll bring my front pattern, then I'm going to trace out all the necessary measurements for the back, and just look closely and see what I'm doing. I'm going to trace the waistline, which is the full length. I'm also going to trace out the armhole and the side. Then I'm going to mark this straight towards the zipper allowance. For the neckline, you can choose to do whatever kind of neckline that you want. So I chose to come down from the zip line, I chose to come down by 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to draw a round neck, and with the help of my curve, I'll draw my round neck. Then I'm going to use my marker to make everything visible. So I'm going to bring back my front pattern, then I'm going to trace out all the darts. Then I'm also going to draw the darts for my back pattern.
Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on the shirt.
So guys, this is basically it for my back pattern. I'm going to cut it out.
Bad as you are, you stick around.
This is what we have. If you don't want to use a zipper, you can actually close this and cut it without the zipper allowance. And that's basically it for the back pattern. So I'll bring my front pattern, and I'm going to cut through the red lines. Just look closely and see what I'm doing. You'll cut yours on those lines. You want to make sure you're cutting along the lines that you're supposed to cut, otherwise your corset caps will be flat. So look closely and see where I'm cutting so that you can cut yours the same way.
Everywhere you go, they stop and stare, 'cause you're bad and it shows. From your head to your toes, out of control. Baby, you know. Oh, baby, you never worry about what I do. I be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman that deserves good things. A handful of rings.
So guys, this is what we have for our front pattern, as you can see. And this is what we have for our back pattern. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.